Welcome, everyone. Welcome back, actually, to the Dark Room Podcast. My name is Adam.
And I am Nick. What's up, everyone? How's it going?
We're back for the second time, second week. We've got this. How was your week since the last time we recorded?
My week was good. So, started my photo retouching job at Softmock, and I must say, it's great. It's great. It's a very cool group of people I'm working with. Environment's very chill, relaxed, so that's nice. And it's nothing too difficult. Just photo retouching stuff I am into, obviously. So it's been good for me. That's about all I've done. Otherwise, not much with COVID. But yeah, what about you?
That's actually pretty good. Since the last time we recorded, I have been so eager to record another episode. You have no idea. I've been thinking of topics, looking at other podcasts, what they're doing, and coincidentally, MKBHD has released his first episode of a video podcast on Friday. So I've been, his quality stuff is just, it's up there. They've got separate desks for their mics, so you can't hear them typing. They've got their mics mounted on a separate desk. Oh man. And they have an actual background, which we're going to get soon, but
Yes.
MKBHD stuff, it's top notch.
Of course.
So of course I'm here comparing ourselves to him, which I shouldn't be doing. We're just starting out. Come on.
I mean, we got to strive to be great.
Yeah.
And
it's a good
we'll
goal.
get there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go. So I had a few topics. This week I got some car cleaning stuff. I'm into driving. So I got last year before winter, I ran out of my tire cleaning stuff or wheels. It's wheels and tires. They're separate. It's not one thing. All right.
Yes.
Gotta make sure that's clear. So my wheels, so I got this thing. It's a new product I'm trying out. It was McGuire's or something. I don't know. It's a popular company. It's a little more expensive. So I was maybe I should just save it, when I actually clean my full car. But I couldn't hold off. That day I had to try it. And man, it worked really well. And then every couple months, I really kind of think about driving because I'm a super enthusiast. My Crosstrek is manual, right? I had to do that. So I shift my own gears.
The love of your life. That's
exactly.
What I was going to add to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's weird. I just I think about how fun it is to shift my own gears. I know that sounds weird, but it's so hard to explain, the connection.
And I don't drive stick, so I can't.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
Really get the idea.
I need to spread the word, and I need to get people back into it, because when I was little, my dad was always dude, once you drive manual, you'll never go back to automatic, and you'll never understand the true connection of the driver in the car. And I was yeah, okay, whatever. But then when I actually got into it, my God. And even in a Crosstrek, it's not even that fast. But shifting my own gears and being able to do that is another, it makes a boring car really fucking awesome. I can't say that actually. Sorry. Bad language. We'll take that out.
We'll bleep it.
We'll take it out. Yeah. We gotta stay PG, child friendly.
G.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's G good for? I don't know. G, that's the good one. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't entirely get it, but I do have like the fake manual in my car, which I have done, and that's fun. I must say, like it adds a bit to it. You know, it makes it a bit more exciting. So I can kind of understand it, not entirely,
Yeah.
but I get the idea.
Yeah, exactly. Like I get that too, but like you don't have the whole clutch. Like adding the clutch is a whole different level of like engagement because you really need to understand like when your engine speed matches like the speed of your wheels because the transmission connects the two, right? So if they're not both in sync and it's not perfect, you'll like you I've driven with you. You know
Yes,
how it is
yes.
when I miss a shift and it's not perfect. Especially when I was learning. And it took me a while. It like 5 months, like 6 months. It took me like I knew how to drive manual, but not like smoothly.
Right.
And I've been getting way better at that lately. And it's been nearly a year since I got my car.
Woohoo.
So it takes a while, but it's
Yeah.
hella fun. Anyways, that was my whole car spiel. I wanted to get into some real stuff. So in terms of Apple News, a couple things came out a couple weeks ago. Whatever, new iMacs, iPad, whatever. But one of the things that's been in the news lately is their AirTags. Have you heard of those?
Yes, a little bit, not a lot, but it's the things that if you're like for losing, if you lose stuff, right, you can like
Yeah.
put it on in it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, for those listening, it's like the size of a quarter, and then like it's thicker. So it's like put 4 quarters together, and that's like how thick it is as well. So and you like they sell you, of course, some accessories as Apple would. Like a keychain and luggage, whatever. So they've been having quite a situation because they're Bluetooth trackers, right? Theoretically, you could track people with them as well, right? It's kind of malicious, and of course, you could just Apple could just sit back and be like, whatever. People use it how they think they should be used, right? But they didn't take that stance, luckily. So the tag does. It's really smart because the tag can notify your like someone else's phone, and like the notification you get is like there's like an unknown AirTag traveling next to you, right? So that would technically diffuse the whole situation. Plus, one thing, it doesn't work on Android. So if someone that has an Android phone like steals one of your items, they'll never get a notification that there's an AirTag with you.
Right.
The problem is that notification pops up after 3 days.
Oh, okay.
A lot can
That's a
happen in
little-
3 days.
A lot
Right.
can happen.
So it's weird. It's a weird situation. You see, I feel like they can make it a lot of people different range on like when that notification should pop up. Like some people are like, let me know right away. Like if my AirTag is gone for like 15 minutes, let me know. And then other people are like, yeah, whatever, 3 days, it's fine. But I mean, I don't know. Like what do you think they should do?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Like 3 days, like we said, is a long time. Like that's enough time for Jason Bourne to go buy his Apple tracker, put it on you, come find you, and arrest you. Which I mean, it's kind of a good thing in that case because it's Jason Bourne. But for a real life, that seems like too long.
Yeah. And like
For sure.
and the fact that it doesn't work with Android phones too, right? Like if someone's being tracked and they have an Android phone, like there's no way you're gonna find like the AirTag. It's really small. right? And if
I
you
mean,
don't get the notification, then you don't know it's there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Apple, I guess, is just like, we don't like Samsung, so
Yeah, but I mean,
what?
they
Who
got
cares
it.
about those guys? Which is not great, not great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Actually
know.
laughing.
There's really like, I don't think there's a right answer to this. I mean, 3 days is a lot, so I think it should be shorter.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it gets to like, when does it get annoying for you that you're
Right.
getting like a notification every time? Because I could be borrowing something from you, and then
Mm-hmm.
I get a notification like, oh, your AirTag is on me, and you know my exact location, right? Like that's
Yeah.
kind of annoying if it comes in every 15 minutes. But is that like worth the risk of, something else even more malicious happening?
Yeah, that's. Oh, I don't even know. I was gonna say it'd be like if you could like set it, that would be good, but then it wouldn't because if someone had bad intentions, then they could just set it to be longer,
Exactly.
and then that just defeats the purpose. But 15 minutes also seems too short. So yeah, you have to find that right balance.
Yeah, I think they could make it shorter, at least that. Like, yeah. Anyways, people have also been drilling holes into these AirTags just to avoid buying the accessories directly from Apple. There's like there's a certain spot in it where like there's no battery or any of the motherboard stuff that you can just straight up drill through, and you can attach your own keyring to it. That's pretty funny.
I mean, DIY. Let's do it.
Hey, I mean, yeah, if you want to drill through how much? They're like $40. You want to drill through a $40 product, then go ahead.
Maybe I won't risk it. I don't know. But how much is the like keychain and stuff?
It's the same.
It really depends.
Like
I
it's
mean-
it's like $35, and the AirTag is like 40.
At that point, just drill it. If you mess up, you just buy another one because it's the same as buying the keychain.
I mean,
basically.
exactly. So it's worth it.
Yeah, but don't take that from us. Don't
Yeah,
go
no,
drill a hole.
this is not- It's not real
not
advice.
professional advice.
Not professional. I mean, it's not any sort of advice. We're not Apple. Don't do
Mm-hmm.
it. Don't do it. Yeah. So on to the next thing. You see, when the new iPads and the new iMac came out, I'm in a dilemma. See, I have right now the same MacBook Pro as you. It's
Yes.
what is it, like 15-inch from 2019. So when I was younger, in like elementary school, having a MacBook has been like the craziest thing. Because I went to like a pretty, not like rich. We weren't all rich, but like, the middle class. We had like other people had more money than my family. And then kids were like just coming in with their MacBooks. So I looked over and I'm like, wow. I can't say that either.
Shoot.
I need to get
want
better.
one of those.
Yeah, I want one of those.
That's
So eventually, I went into university, and I got like the 14-inch, I believe, was the smaller one. It doesn't go to 13, right? Was it 13?
no. I think it was 13 and 15. Then they
Right.
came out with the 16.
Yeah.
after that.
So I did have the 13-inch when I was in university, and it was great. And then I upgraded to this one, and it's also pretty great. But the problem is, which I never knew I would have, is the battery. When you keep it plugged in for a long time, you really destroy the battery. Like, that's not good.
Yes.
And the last MacBook, I did destroy the battery. Like, it physically popped up a notification that I need to change the battery. So it turns out that I don't really like a MacBook that much, which was really, like eye-opening. I was like, wow. So when these new iMacs came out, which I've been waiting for a redesign for a long time, they've had that like the iMac,
Yeah.
the generic one that's been around for like 7 years or more. So we've been waiting for a redesign, and now they have the M1 chip, the Apple specific, they made it chip, and a lot of reviews have come back that it's really good. So for what we need, I think it's good enough. But I'm also going back to school, so I still need something to carry with me everywhere, but not a MacBook.
Just bring the iMac.
I mean, it can fit in the Crosstrek.
Exactly.
So I was thinking of getting one of the new iPads.
Yes, do it. I think you should.
But like, do I go with the 12-inch one? The big one? With the whole new display, mini LED?
I mean, it's tempting. I don't know how much it is. But like the big screen's nice. I mean, my mom has one of the older ones, and is it 12 or 13? Did they have a 13? I think it was 13. I'm not 100% sure.
The
iPads still have the
were only
home
12.
button and everything. 12? Okay, so it's 12.
Yeah.
But like, it's a nice screen. Like,
Yeah.
It's big.
I mean, plus with the new technology, it's like the XDR, same as their like big XDR display. It's like matching it, and in some cases, I think people have said it's better, like on an iPad. It's very tempting.
I know, and even the last few years, they've been making them a lot more. Like all of the iPads have been more for education, or they've like added more features for that.
Yeah.
Right, like with the keyboards even, and the pencil. Like,
right.
It would be useful, and considering you're not going to be doing something that needs too much power.
But that's the thing. Now, the iPads have the M1 chip in it, which has been told to be more powerful than the MacBooks we have right now. So can you imagine like the power that just an iPad can do right now? It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. At that point, I don't really see the con to it, because it's lighter than the laptop.
Yeah.
It's nice and easy to carry. Like, it works. It does the job. Might do the job even better, in fact.
Jeez.
So, like, I mean, you might have to. I definitely want one, but I don't think I'm going to go with the new ones. I've definitely told you this, but
yeah,
I'm thinking like Air.
Yeah,
probably not newer. Maybe one of the older ones. I don't know yet.
I mean, it's a good option.
Yeah, I don't need one either, though. That's the thing. So I'm not in a rush for that.
Right. I mean, looks like I'm gonna be spending like $5,000 on my new stuff. And we'll find out in like June or July when I get it. Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of the end of the topics I was gonna bring in. You said you had one, so we can go through that.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So I've been looking into mirrorless cameras a lot. And I think I'm gonna be making the switch. I don't know when yet. And Sony was what I was thinking first. Right now I have a Nikon, just for those of you listening who don't know. It's not bad. It gets the job done. But I don't know. Everything seems to be moving towards mirrorless. And to my knowledge, Nikon's a little behind on that. I think they have the Z6 and the Z7, Z7, Z whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I was looking into Sony, Canon, thinking Sony initially, the A7R4, because of the specs looked pretty good. Especially 60 megapixels. That's just like, whoo.
That's a lot.
That's some crazy resolution.
Oh yeah.
But on the other hand, now I've been looking, like I said, doing a bit more research. The Canon EOS R5 is like very tempting. I think I'm leaning towards that. One, I've used Canon before, had the Rebel, which I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but I love that. And like just the feel of a Canon, like the feel in your hand, the feel of the buttons, the sound. I just like it better than Nikon. I haven't really experienced the Sony enough.
Right.
But again, their specs are very close. The EOS R5 can do more in video.
Right.
So I'm kind of leaning towards that. And like a lot of them, like reviews and comparisons, you can't really see a big difference. You maybe see a bit more sharpness in the Sony with what, like 16 megapixels more. I think it's 61 and the Canon is 45.
Right.
So like it's not a huge difference, and 45's a ton as well. Like that's moving up 21 from what I'm at now.
Yeah.
So I'll notice that difference even.
Yeah.
And again, it's a bit more money too, but then there's the option of shooting like, I mean, I don't think I would be shooting 8K, but the option is there.
It is.
You can shoot 4K 120p as well.
That's very
which
nice.
is like beautiful. That I could see myself using. And on the Sony, you can shoot 4K. I think maybe 60 frames. I'm not 100% sure on that. So with those things in mind, with them being so close, knowing I like Canon for sure, I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I mean, I started on Canon. From the experience with your camera, I hate Nikon, basically. I've gotten like a little experience with the Sony, but it was just very brief at school. And I mean, all the buttons, I mean, for me, I'm just different. My hands are like really big.
They're like huge.
Yeah. I mean, like the buttons are just so close together on a Sony. It just doesn't feel as good as my Canon. So personally, I would also go with the Canon R5 or even the R6, honestly, because I mean, I don't really need the 8K. I mean, not yet.
I don't think I need it either. I just love that I'm going up in resolution as well.
Yeah,
because that's nice to have. Because the R6 is 20, so it's a bit less than what I have now.
Right.
And I mean, I'm sure I would be fine with that. But if I'm gonna buy a new camera, I'm thinking I may as well upgrade.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What else was I gonna say? Oh, the other con about the Sony, and I've heard this even from people at school, was that the menu's just confusing.
Yeah.
There's like so many pages.
Yeah.
And the Canon menu, I'm assuming it's relatively the same from my Rebel. Like, I'm assuming, there's going to be more, but same idea, same kind of layout. And that was pretty easy to find everything. Yeah. Which is kind of important. If you have to change something on the fly, you don't want to be like stuck there and then you have to Google it, and then that's just, it's not
I mean, I did have experience with the EOS R, and like those menus were exactly the same as my camera. So it was like really easy to switch between the two. Yeah. So that was definitely helpful.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really see too much negative to the Canon. The only thing, which again, I probably won't even encounter this for what I'm doing, is it has an overheating issue, but that's with like shooting the 8K, shooting 4K high quality, because there's 4K high quality and regular 4K.
Right.
Yeah, so like between 4K and 4K high quality, I don't know. I don't think you'll really be able to see a huge difference. Maybe like a bit in sharpness. Um, but even then, the one video I watched, the guy did a test and he got 40 minutes of footage with the 4K high quality. And 4K, I think you can just like, you didn't have an issue. And then if you're shooting 1080p, you don't even have to like worry about it.
Right.
And I've shot 1080p. My Nikon doesn't even have 4K, so it's pretty. It's nice to have it there, but it's also not something that I will always use. So
Right.
I don't see it being a huge issue for me.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely like future proof, which is nice, and it's good to have for, like, you never know when you'll get like a random project where it's like, I need 4K 120 for this.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to have, and the hope is that it'll last you like a really long time.
It should.
Yeah.
Should. If I'm paying that much for it.
Exactly.
Oh, another thing. I don't know if this is true, but I know like Sony's have an issue with sensor dust. I saw someone. This was on in the comments of a YouTube video, so this could be completely wrong, but like the guy comparing them said he noticed that the Canon didn't have as much of an issue. Like the Sony, basically any time before a major shoot, he had to clean it because it was like every time he changed a lens, there was sensor dust. Supposedly, the Canon closes the shutter when you take the lens off to prevent dust from getting in, which would be like great because then I don't have to worry about cleaning the sensor
Right.
every time at least.
I feel I can't remember what the EOS R did, but I mean, either way, if you don't have to deal with sensor dust, that's definitely a big plus.
Yes, because that's just, especially every time, like anytime I take off a lens, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I do use like right now I use my 24-70 for like most of my stuff, but I still change the lens. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
that's just
I take it
ridiculous.
off every time I put it into storage.
Right.
Put it away in my bag every time. Like,
yeah, I usually keep it on at least. There's that. But like if you're doing a job, you're in the middle of a job, you have to change the lens. You don't want to have to worry about sensor dust.
Yeah.
And it seems the Canon is not as much of a worry as the Sony.
Yeah. I mean, plus you get the Canon RF glass, which has been so far amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I know the Sonys have like their G Master stuff, but it's super expensive.
It really is.
But I feel like with the Canon, you're kind of more locked into RFs. I don't know how many other companies right now are making like the RF mounts.
Right.
So that might be a thing to consider.
That's true.
You might be locked into some super expensive RF lenses, but they are really good. So, I mean,
so might just go for it.
Yeah, just drop the money right now.
Yeah, I know the Sony the Sigma makes for the Sony cameras. I don't know either if there's anyone making for Canon.
Mm-hmm. All right,
but yeah, we'll see where that's sooner or later.
I'm
gonna have some sort of mirrorless, and I'm gonna be talking about it on here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
Alrighty. I think that's a good spot to end. We're at a good time. This was perfect.
Yeah. All right.
So we should remind people we're on Anchor. There's a spot that you can leave voice messages back to us. So that's interesting. I would love to hear some opinions from the podcast. That would be cool. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We got to push that.
Of course.
And,
of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hit the bell. Always the bell.
Hit the bell.
It's important.
Slam it. Just
Slam it. Not like the
Yes.
Peter McKinnon way. No, we're different.
no. I didn't even know he said that. No, that was
No.
it was my idea.
Yeah,
Completely. I think.
Yeah.
I thought.
It's original, not related to Peter McKinnon at all. We're not.
Okay,
like that.
flick it. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, flick the bell.
Flick the bell.
There you go. Boom. All right. We'll see you guys next week for the third podcast.
Yes. Thanks for watching, everyone,
See you later.
or listening.
Yeah, that too. See ya.